Yo.
What's up?
Welcome to the Crypto Kickback. I am your host, Darren R. You know what I'm saying? Often imitated, never duplicated. And I've been pimping these hoes so long that all these haters hate it. And we are here to bring you my man, Trevor, from Shield. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going on, man?
Not much. Just excited to be here and finally share with everyone what we're doing. It's been a long road the last month or so, 2 months. It's been quiet. We've just been grinding in the background, and I'm finally super happy to share what we've been working on and start to give the little sneak peeks before launch.
Yeah, well, let me go. There goes Jacob. What's going on, Jacob? Well, let me go ahead and get these shout outs out the way. Let's see here. So far, we have Alex in the building. Let's see. Oh, shit. Wow. You guys brought an audience. What's up, Mr. Khan? Mr. Khan.
D.
Dafke. Let's see. James is in the building. Oh, snap. You're my main software guru. Okay. Alex is in the building. Melissa's in the building. And the numbers guy himself, Mr. Mike.
Big
Mr.
Mike.
Big Mike, man. Hey, aka Rain Man. Hey, man. So let's see who else we got in here. Melissa said whoop whoop. All right, there you go, Melissa. Hey, shout out to Melissa. Give Melissa a round of applause for the whoop whoop. When I first read the whoop whoop, I was like, but it's all good. It's all good. So, Digital Anarchy is in here. Okay. Hold on, you said must do spreadsheets. Yeah, must do spreadsheets. All right. Esteban, what's up, Esteban? What's crack-a-lacking? Hey, so gentlemen, okay. Now I have spoken to Trevor, on different occasions, either be it through Telegram or actually on the phone. So, explain to our audience exactly what Shield is.
So, I think the best way to do that is we'll go through our product guide, which after this we're going to put in our Telegram for everybody to look at as well. But just to generalize it, is I'll start where the idea came from. I work full time. I got a kid. I got life, right?
Okay.
And so, as much as I love crypto and I want to invest to crypto and move over to crypto and do all that stuff, is I don't have the time to do the proper research, to find tokens and spend hours on Twitter, looking through hashtags and botted shills, and then go on, telegrams and ask the right questions, and then
seeing what's popping out there. Yeah,
exactly.
Right,
do all this research that just takes so much time, and one, that kind of pushes me away from investing into new tokens, or two, it gets me to invest into tokens kind of, blindly, right? I don't have the time to really do the due diligence that I should.
Then you come home from work and it's a rug. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know how this shit goes.
I bought in this morning when I was having my cup of coffee, and then, come home after work and time to check the charts, and I'm at $0.
Right.
Sadly, that's been a number of times. Luckily, never. Well, I wouldn't say luckily, but never on launch. But I've been rugged plenty of times. I'm not going to go through the list, otherwise, you guys will be here for hours.
Oh, we got nothing but time. Man. Hey, that's why I said, we're gonna do a Wednesday kickback. This ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? I only did this shit for you. Okay?
That's love. It's funny.
I did this for you. Honestly, you have a P. Diddy level of persistence. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I was like, let me tell my man, go ahead and come on here. I said, let me do a special Wednesday edition just for Trevor and Jacob. Okay.
When I sent it to a couple people, the link, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be on the Crypto Kickback. Everyone's aware of, your channel and whatnot. And they're like, that's on Sundays. I'm like, Yeah.
Oh, they told you? Dude, yo, they knew today? Dude, I'm lit. I'm lit out here. I'm lit. Hold on. Dang, I'm lit. Yo, Bird, we lit. Where's Bird? All right, go ahead. But yo, all right, so instead of going through a whole melee of mess, try to figure out which tokens to invest in, doing ridiculous amounts of research. I mean, so you guys implemented this. You guys came up with this concept, and
Correct.
how does this work?
So, again, we're going to go more in depth here in a second, but the overall goal of what we are creating is like a one-stop shop for an investor to go to our database, and within minutes you can know nothing about a token and have all the information that you need to basically make an informed decision with your investment strategy, right? So we're not telling you this is a good investment. We're not vetting anything. That's something I'm going to say 100 times tonight. Nobody here is vetting anything. What we are doing is we are compiling all the pertinent information you need as an investor to make a smart decision based on how you invest, your strategies and whatnot within a couple minutes. You don't have to go on Twitter and go through the hashtags and all the botted shills, and then go into Telegram and ask questions. You got this audit, whatever. So now I got to go to that community or that website and read through it, and I got to go back and ask another question. So that long, just brutal.
The whole basically all the bullshit.
Yeah, all the straining, work to basically say, I'm ready to put my money in, or I'm okay, I'm going to move on and find another one.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
We're looking to be, a hub where you find all that information, and then in the long run, potential investors or investors who are money ready. I got ETH in my wallet and I'm ready to, purchase right now, or, within the next 5 minutes, but I don't know any tokens. That's where they would go instead of going through that huge, long process. And then our second big goal is to, bring a lot of awareness, or as much awareness as I humanly can, to all the security projects that are out there. There's plenty of amazing people and projects that tirelessly work to make the crypto community safer. And the main issue is that people don't know of them. They don't know where to find them. They don't know their processes or any of those things. So that's one of our big goals too, is to bring awareness of those projects who are great people and do great things to the people who are not aware of them, and continuously get rugged or scammed after someone with a successful reputation has already said, hey, this is a scam, but they just didn't see the information, and now they're out however much money. You could be a multi-millionaire and lose $10. To me, I would be just as hurt, if that $10, if I had $1 to my name and I lost that $1, or if I'm a multi-millionaire and I lost that $1, right? Because at the end of the day, that's my hard-earned money, and someone took that from me.
Somebody just got, you just got, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, it took me 2 rugs to understand how this really works, and then there's another organization that really like teaches you how to follow wallets and all this, and then you learn, and then you start to realize that some of these goofballs that have rug projects before, they just went and got a graphic designer off Fiverr and did a whole nother project. It's
it's literally, it's really a group of people. It's
a gang. It's a gang over. Yeah,
exactly. It's people who do it continuously, and there's always some red flag. You can't hide anything on the blockchain.
Man, you gotta love Etherscan, boy.
Exactly. And the project that I'm guessing you're referring to is Rise Up. Shout out to Rise Up.
Shout out to Rise Up.
A couple of them are in here. My Rise Up family. But there's always a red flag. It's the same gang. You know, we're so busy fighting ourselves in the crypto community. You know, it's my project. No, my project's better. is that we're not missing the bigger picture. We're supposed to be fighting. The crypto community is supposed to be fighting, but the issue is we are fighting the wrong team. We're fighting each other instead of the scammers who are stealing our money on a daily basis. Right?
Yeah.
You know, they're doing it over and over
and over again. Like
exactly.
this. Yeah.
You know, and sadly, there's no way to go after them right now. You know, legally, you know, anything like that. All we can do is, you know, be proactive instead of reactive. Instead of going and looking for the money after we've already lost it, is to be proactive. You know, spread awareness and fight them before they steal all of our money. And so, you know, that's what we're trying to do.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, and all right. So my man Jacob, what is your role in all of this, my man?
Hey, brother. Well, I'm basically the technical guy. So anything to do with the contract, the product design itself, the website, I'm in charge of all of that.
I mean, I don't know who did the brochure, but that shit looks awesome.
You actually do know who did the brochure.
Oh, was it Nick?
It was Big Nick.
Oh, shout out to Nick. Hey, shout out to Nick. Hey. Go ahead, Nick. All right.
Yeah, so Nick is our graphic designer / brand manager / the man himself. So you've seen his work. We all know his work.
Nick is a silent assassin.
Yep.
Like
he just sits in the corner and comes out strong.
Yo, Nick. First of all, when we do live streams, I don't even know what the hell he looking at. Because the camera's right here, but he's looking this way. So I'm like, is he even here?
Exactly.
But yeah, Nick is a machine. Because like the things that I've seen this man do, like insane.
Oh,
insane.
trust me. You know.
And you guys are in good company too, man. Because you guys are with the Exotics team. Exotics team is very, very supportive of what you guys got going on. Matter of fact, where's crazy ass Kyle? Kyle's supposed to be here, man. Kyle, look, see. He's
too busy for us.
You know, Kyle's a celebrity. Kyle's a celebrity. Look, I feel like when I call Kyle, I feel like I'm calling Obama. Like, Kyle.
He's got 3 receptionists.
No, man, you should have seen me. I was a groupie one day, man. I was sitting next to my boy. I was like, yo, he answered. Like for real, he answered.
Press like 3 numbers on the dial tone.
Yeah, man. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. And then Rob, when Rob don't like nothing, Rob just kicking the door like, I'm here. Say something about it. Like Rob come through with the fully loaded. Like I feel bad for anybody who gets on his bad side on Twitter. Like you're going to read your life away, and it's gonna be so explicit.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna tell you how it is, whether or not you want to hear it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, in a major way. Oh, here you go. Hey, bro, you were not lying. Wow, they are in the building. Shout out to Rise Up. Wow, Digital Anna, Rise Up. Woo, Rise Up is thick in here. Jeez, I didn't even bring my homeboys to the party. Where Bird at?
I had to bring the family.
Yeah,
we're all home.
Yeah, Rise Up had a viral moment on Bert's show. Yeah. They had a viral moment. Man, I was like, Bert, you lit, dog. You lit. And then it just ended so abruptly. I was like, perfect time. Perfect. I was like, you could have planned it better, Bert. That was perfect. But yeah, man. So with regard to so you guys have teamed up with Rise Up.
So we're not going over our partners just yet.
Not just yet. Okay.
Confirm nor deny.
Okay, gotcha.
But, that's our partners will be announced later on. But again, to go over who our partners are, and again, we will go over this a little bit more in depth. But we again are compiling information. I will not for a minute am I going to tell you I can, do all of this due diligence correctly, right? There are projects who are out there who are already successful doing great things. For example, Rise Up, right? Mm-hmm. And our goal is to unify those projects and to bring.
So is Saja Defender anywhere in this?
No.
Okay. Just
It's
but
a
what
dust
about?
token in my wallet for sure, though. For sure, but yeah,
Dude,
they're
stop.
nowhere near.
We're gonna talk behind. We're gonna talk backstage after this shit. 'Cause,
Yeah.
now, as far as what about RM Docs, the Zion?
So again, I'm not confirming nor denying
I
anybody.
mean, I got a pride. You know what I'm saying? This is
I
journalistic.
will say one thing about them is, they are a strong community. We have already been attacked by them,
Okay.
actually.
Stop, for real?
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, I don't want to go into it. I'm not here to.
Oh no. It's just us three here. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
But basically, it's almost that type of. They wanted to have a debate in a sense to see who was the better project, and to me, I understand what that's about. In a sense, I don't agree with it. That goes against my morals. If you truly care about security in this space, you're not arguing to see which is a better security token, right?
Then it just becomes a meat.
If you got to play to earn game, by all means, you can argue all you want. But if you truly care about security, you're not trying to push away other security tokens from happening. If you do that, the only thing in my eyes, and take it for what it is, right, is the only thing you care about is your wallet holders, right? We are 100% trying to unify security projects into one force to basically give out the information that they have.
Got you. So basically, in a nutshell, you guys are giving all the necessary information for people to people not to have to do so much due diligence. It'll make their research a little bit easier, a lot easier. But you're not saying this is a great project. You're not saying this is a bad one. You're just saying this is the information. You do with it what you will.
So yeah, so we're more giving information, and that's up to the investor to decide.
Gotcha.
None of Shield's partners are vetting. No one is saying this is good project, this is a bad project. All they're doing is what they already do. They already research tokens. They already put out red flags. They already do what they do, and we're just compiling that in a more unified process, and then putting that into one area for people to reference. So again, I don't want to say we're doing your due diligence for you, because as an investor, it's your money. You should do it. All we're doing, again, is basically we have the successful partners who already do it. We're putting it in one area, right? If there's a red flag that you see that, someone said, hey, this might be an issue, you should then go learn more yourself, and we will also be trying to teach the crypto community these processes that the partners do.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, man, because it'll make it a lot easier for these little hood rats that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? These chicks I deal with, they like, I don't know nothing about Etherscan. I don't know about Etherscan. And I'm like, look, just follow the wallet. I don't know nobody wallet but yours. So I can't win. So hey, as long as it makes it easier, that's awesome. And you got Rise Up, man. Rise Up is with you. Hey, it sounds like a plan to me. You got my vote.
So I'll address Alex's or Fudd's question real quick.
Yeah.
When is launch date? That has not been announced. I will tell you that it is mid-February. That is coming out soon with the white paper and all that. This is more of a call to go over the product that we're creating. All the tokenomics and all that stuff we'll touch on briefly, but we don't want to give too much information at once. We do have more AMAs planned. We just want to basically, here is what we're building, here's our vision, and then over time we will continue to release information. But I will say it is going to be a fair launch, and then I will touch on the safety of our token itself. And once you hear what we're doing, I don't doubt for a second that you won't see this as one of the most safest or audited, pre-launch projects to come out yet. Because we are going to be going through our own process. We're not hypocrites. Okay, we're going to be going through our own process, and I'd love to start going through that product guide here soon.
Yo, you can share your screen if you want. You can pull it up.
Okay, here, let me see how I can do that.
Let's see here.
Let me see. Let me pull it
Yes,
up.
you go to share screen, and you can pull up anything you want. Mike came through with the whole composition notebook.
Yeah, he did. My head started to hurt after that one.
Man, Mike was like, "Yeah, so here's how we do this." I was like, "Hold on, Mike. Do I carry the one? Do it? Is there any remainders? Any remainders?" Dude. Hey, Jay, you know what? Jacob is I can tell Jacob is the guy you take to the club with you, man. He watches everything. Like, yo, that dude over there, he looks suspicious. Watch out for him. Jacob is the bodyguard. I see.
See, it's the quiet ones you got to worry about.
Yeah, him and Nick, man. That's it. Now I just got to find me a muscle. All my homies are too loud. All mine are way too loud. But shout out to Jacob. Hey. Let's see.
Yeah, so Jacob's the quieter one in the group, which levels me out because he'll tell me to shut up every once in a while because I talk too much.
There you go. Okay, here we go. Let's see here.
All right. So again, this is just our product guide, basically going over what it is we're building.
It looks awesome too.
Our process, basically the vision of what we've been doing for the last month or so. So let me see. Oh, too fast. So this is, the index, pretty self-explanatory. I kind of went over this already, the problem, so per se. Again, the problem that most people see in this space that we kind of disagree with and have a different view on is that people don't think that there's, security projects or, security groups in this space.
Right.
They think there's a lack of security, so per se. And we view that differently in the sense that, there's plenty of security projects, right? There's, they're finding rugs, they're finding scams, they're finding shady activity every single day. And if you sit on Twitter Spaces enough, you're going to hear it every single day.
Without question, yeah.
Right. So
I remember what was it? Maybe 2 months ago. There's like 4 rugs in a week. I was like, damn. And then I went back and I was like, damn. Well, one of them was mine. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell Jared is from Suzuki.
That poor guy. Yeah. If what he was saying was true, that poor guy.
Yeah, man. Like, he's on an island somewhere. Jared. But yeah.
So we see the problem differently. Like I said, we see it as there's no unification of these security projects, right? That there's plenty of different, aspects or ways to do due diligence, and all these, projects. They usually specialize in one, but there's no single process. There's no place to find all that information or to find all those projects that do the research and whatnot, the security projects. So we see it as there's no unification. Right now, everyone's doing their own thing. And if you're in their community, then you're lucky. And if you're not, you're missing.
If you're not, you're an outsider. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And then that's when you're getting screwed over because, you're just not in the right Telegram.
Because this crew knows it's bullshit, but the other one doesn't. It's like, yo, what do we do?
Exactly.
May as well join forces like the Avengers.
Exactly. We're trying to make the crypto Avengers here. Huh?
Yeah, that's it.
And so that's the problem. And so our solution to that is, again, unification of these security projects. And the way that we plan to do that is by 2 things. 1, our web-based database, and 2, what we call our Shield protocol, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing, like I said, is compiling in-depth, we call it risk mitigation reports from our security projects that we've partnered up with.
Okay.
Each of these projects will specialize in one place. To me, any project that says that they can completely vet a token or completely do, wallet screening and KYC and contract auditing. While they might be able to do it, they will not be able to do it better than a whole group of projects who specialize in one, right? That's just common sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, and then again, we're also going to be taking what we call the token report, which is it's in a sense, and I'll go over it a little bit more, but it's all the information you need to know about the token itself. To basically learn what it is and what their goals are and all that. And then we're putting those two reports into our full spectrum report.
Hey, hold on. You know what? Check this out. I got a surprise for you. Somebody wants to say hello.
What's going
there
on?
He is. Fashionably late.
Yeah. With the same hat he had on during the Helsing.
Man,
he hasn't moved.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm sorry I'm late.
Nah, Bert, you never late. You're just on time.
Okay, now we can get started.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Bert, where you been for the last 26 minutes? We've been waiting on you, bro.
Man, I did it AMA. You know I did it AMA for an hour and a half.
What? Nah.
How's it going, guys?
Mr. Bert, everybody. Yes. So he's going over going over Shield.
Okay.
And guess what? This is something you might find interesting, Bert. They got something going on with Rise Up as well.
Oh wow!
I never confirm nor deny.
Nah, we don't know shit. but we know a little something. So go ahead, you can proceed.
Now I've heard the name Shield before. I just don't. In the space, I just can't really put my finger on as to where. But I've heard this before.
Good. Yeah, he's this is the gentleman I was speaking with. That said he had it was going to be a one-stop shop for all the tokens that are coming out. Your use case. This is who's everybody's going to be. I'm sure KYC, correct?
Yeah, we'll go over all that more, and we just actually got started. Once we go through this, basically all that will be explained.
Okay.
Sure. But yeah, just to be a one-stop shop for investors to find, all the pertinent information they need to make a smart investment decision. So you don't have to do all the BS of going through Twitter and then joining Telegrams and going on websites and doing all this research. Basically, we're compiling all that information into one what we call a full spectrum report, so that within minutes you can know nothing about a token. You can then make a informed decision that's not only of what the token is, but the risk that's involved as well.
I like that, man. Like I just got on here and I've actually, because this is something I was discussing like maybe a few days ago. And I think I told you that, Darren, without giving you no detail as to what that was. So it's like they ripped the page of whatever was going on in my mind at that moment. They ripped the page out of it. I'm not gonna go into detail because I still possibly want to work on that idea. But I like it.
You could jump in with these gentlemen.
We're all for it.
I mean, I don't mind because there's so much that, and this is the thing that the difference, and instantly I know the difference you guys are trying to make in the space with me. I don't know the project, right? But from what you said, just a few words, instantly I could take something out of it. And that goes with experience. That goes when we say do your own research, it teach you that. Like, you could see something instantly, you know what it is. You hear something instantly, you know what it is. And from what you just said, yeah, that is extremely needed, because at the end of the day, like when we talk about do your own research, it's like, okay, I've got that questions, hundreds of times. Hey, Bert, where do I go? Do I go to Twitter? Do I go to Telegram? Do I go to, Dextool? Go everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are just telling people like, y'all don't have to go everywhere. We're gonna bring everything to you, and that's one the same thing on a contract level that Rise Up is doing. You don't have to go everywhere to chase a contract, track a contract. We're gonna bring everything to you under one platform.
Correct.
That's all. That's what the world is all about: convenience.
Yep.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
couldn't have said it better myself. Give it up for Pastor Bert.
I ain't even pulled out the crypto Bible yet.
Yeah, spin that DeFi gospel. Hey, so yeah, so now as far as I know you haven't gotten into it yet, so I'll just let you proceed because I'm gonna have a question at one point because I read through this already. So
Okay. I don't even know where I was, to be honest. Okay, but so I think I went over the solution, right? Unification, bringing the information all to one place and, making it convenient. And then let's see, we got the Shield database itself, right? So that's going to be composed of two main components. That's the token pages and the partner pages. We'll go further into what those are and what they're comprised of, the goal, all that stuff here in a second. But again, just on the right of those two little bullet points is again our goal of trying to decrease the amount of time it takes to do the research to find new tokens and be ready to make an informed investment decision.
right.
And then also decrease the what's the word? Decrease the lack of unification, I guess.
There you go.
Everybody's doing their own thing on their own. There's no one process. And you got to go all over the place. It just takes so much time. And the big thing with that too, like I previously mentioned, is the amount of time it takes then also leads people to not do the due diligence. So it's not only like trying to decrease the amount of time, but it's actually making people do it.
It decreases the frustration.
Exactly. Like I said, I think we're all guilty of this. We've all bought into projects that maybe we didn't do as much due diligence as we should have.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely.
The easy information we could have found, but it's just because it took time, right? We had to do all this research to just figure out what the heck the token is itself, and then now we got to do due diligence. It's just so time consuming, and so many new investors, they just say, sounds cool. The name's cool, right?
I like their logo. Yeah. Oh wow, great! Another anime character. This is awesome.
So that's basically just reiterating the goal again. So I'll continue from here. Did you have a question or?
No. Well, I'm gonna get to it, but continue. I'm gonna wait till I know exactly where to insert it. This journalistic thing is kind of I'm getting good at this shit.
So to go more in depth of the token pages, just briefly again, the token pages itself is a web page on our database or our website, whatever you want to call it. That's specific to a single token, right? So you've got the crypto kickback token, right? So
hold on.
So this token page is specific to your token, and it's going to have all the information that you need as an investor to learn everything you need to learn to then make a smart and informed investment decision. So that's where our full spectrum report is going to be housed. And that is going to be comprised of two smaller reports, which is the token report and the risk mitigation report.
Okay. Okay.
Which we will, go a little bit more in depth in a couple minutes here. And then the partner pages, which is, the second big part of Shield's database. This is where, you'll find our partners, you'll find the security projects. This is 100% customizable to them, right? So, we partner up with someone, we say, whatever the heck you want on this webpage, whatever the heck you want to show the crypto community, go for it, right? If they've got, their own token, they've got their own app, they put their social medias, summaries of what they do.
Right.
We'll be doing AMAs with our partners on an individual basis.
Okay.
Besides just on, we'll have AMAs with tokens, and we'll have AMAs with partners, and the partner AMAs will be recorded, and will basically, allow the community to come say, hey, how do you do this? A lot of the partners that we are working with, they don't mind teaching the crypto community. So we'll be recording those and posting it on those pages too.
Okay.
To not only be, an informational hub in a sense of this is who they are, go to them. We're pushing them to them constantly. They're huge in our process. They are our process. We are nothing without them, right? But we're also going to be an informational hub on the processes themselves, so that, as an investor, you should listen to these professionals, but then you should also learn what they're doing so you can do it for yourself.
Okay.
So again, we as a crypto community, to fight this war against the scammers that we're in, is we need to push. And I was saying this on a space last night, and Rise Up was in that too. And there was probably a couple hundred people in there. Is we need to start pushing knowledge to all these people. Someone mentioned, as a new investor, you shouldn't, go learn how to. We shouldn't, as veteran investors, say, go check the wallets to a new investor, right? This person said you should see, oh, are they doxed, right? No, that mindset in itself is how we're going to over and over and over lose this battle. We're not going to get new investments or new investors to come into the crypto space at all. We're going to keep running this recycled money, because what we're saying is, take this easy cop out, right? Can you see their face? Oh, you're good. We'll learn how to read wallets, because that's exactly what we were talking about in the space last night. Yeah. If we keep that mindset, we're going to lose 100% of the time. We're going to stay stagnant, and we're going to slowly just keep losing until crypto's gone. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna make people a little bit less inclined to even want to rock.
Yeah, new people are going to stop coming in, and we're going to lose all of our money, the good people in crypto, to the point where the scammers have all the money. We're done with crypto because we've lost, all our money. We're 10 grand down or whatever it is, and we're like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm tired of losing money.
Gotta wash their hands of it completely.
Yeah,
the new mindset that we're trying to push with these AMAs and these partner pages and this like informational hub is, here is where you figure out how to do it. Stop being lazy and do it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose money. You can sit here and argue with me until your face is blue, but that's how you're.
I think Trevor, and I resonate with what you're saying, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you say that I've actually mentioned in several of my spaces, several of my AMAs, and people know I could care less about what nobody think in regards to what you think about the crypto space. What I'm saying is what I've experienced and the crooks that are in the system. And if you have not really been with the dirty, you don't know how dirty it could get. Like, these people will get really dirty. Like, when you think, like, one of the a project that is something that I really was interested in, and I think that was the only project in the space that did something like that. And I feel like that's something that should be pushed by communities throughout the crypto space, is the fact that they put out a expense report. So it's not to say, because when we look at a marketing wallet or development wallet, you see airdrops, you see all kinds of transactions,
all kind of shit,
and you don't know. And I feel like if it's a community project, I feel like we should know. We should know where that money is going. Well, you took out 10 ETH and it's been consistent from the same wallet. We need to know, right? In a lot of cases, from my experience, I know, well, a lot of times it's not them taking money. It's more like you got to pay for YouTubers, you got to pay for certain type of marketing, you got to pay for stuff. And I get it, but we need to know.
Yeah, just let people know. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know it's gonna be. We know it's necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the people that did that, and I was intrigued by it, is Pair Inu. They're not Pair Inu anymore. They're going through a change right now.
Already?
Well, they had to. They had to go through that
Jesus.
change because they needed the contract was limited. But this is not about but this is just saying that this was one thing about what they did that I was intrigued by. That was the only project I went onto their website and they displayed all the expenses on the website right there. If you got question about, hey man, 10 ETH was taken out of the marketing wallet, and right there you could go see it, like this is what it was spent for.
Right.
So now we don't have a name attached to these wallets. We don't know who's taking what money out of. And this is another thing that I think that needs to change in crypto. Since we're talking about safety, we talk about transparency, and it's like, yo, I don't know whose wallet belongs to who. How
Yeah.
can we say it's fully decentralized and yet it is so much is being hidden? Decentralization, in my view, cannot work without true transparency. And for as long as a wallet is able to be anonymous, there's no true transparency. I mean, decentralization doesn't mean that, you know, this it cannot work with being anonymous, right? It can't work with and I've analyzed it in many ways, and this is one of the main problem with crypto right now, right? So when you guys are talking about all these things, and I really can resonate with that, and I've said a lot of these things before, it's like, yeah, do your own research, yeah, but where do I start? And also, how do I prevent from getting rug pull? How do I know? And
Yeah.
even up until this day, you really don't know because we don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know,
Hold on
but
one
this
sec. Oh, go ahead, Bert. Go ahead.
this I was gonna say there's still a lot of work to be done. So whenever I see project like this that'll come in out and try to do something different, uh, I salute it and I applaud it because of the fact that I know it's just you could easily come out with a P2E game.
Yeah.
You easily come out with that, but you didn't. You know, I love
E2E.
that.
So here's one thing to kind of to quickly, go on with what you were saying, right? And I've followed you for a while. I've heard you say, these are the things you need to do, right? You need to check the wallets. You need to make sure that they're doxed and that they actually are who they say they are. They need contract audits. They need all these things, right? But I think the main issue is, and this is nothing on you. Don't take this the wrong way.
I get it. Hey.
Is you have no way to you have nowhere to like go here, and all that will be. You can learn all that. That's the issue. We can yell and scream on Twitter Spaces all we want about this is what we need to do, or this is what you as an investor need to do. But if there's no one place, due to human nature and being lazy, that they're not going to go take the time to Google projects or go on Twitter and search for projects that do this, and then that will teach them. So that's again one of the problems we're trying to solve. Where when you're in that Twitter space and you say, hey, these are the things that you guys need to do, go to Shield's database. There's videos by professionals of how exactly to go from A to Z in that process.
Man, this is gonna be major. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Esteban said, Darren, have you received your Shield reward yet? What the heck is that? What is a Shield reward?
He's joking about a scam.
Oh, I was thinking about a tattoo, man, like right here.
That's fine too.
No problem, man. Just be a walking billboard for Shield. You know what I'm saying? I walk in Bert's house, he gonna be like, what? Bert, you see my tattoo? What?
I think too, when you thinking about what they call that website? That website you go to and you put the contract and
you talking about Token Sniffer?
Okay, when you talk about Token Sniffer, right? And and I've always said it when it comes to even Token Sniffer or whatever, Uniswap or whatever, that technology they had seems like it's ancient, but it's not, right? And I've always said this, look at these guys. These guys are coming out with new ways to address the new arising issues in crypto. You would think that it would be the old dogs that'd be thinking that way, right? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You got Shibnobi, you got Saitama, you got all these other projects that are coming out, new ways of attacking old problems. And they're not new problems. They've been in crypto. It's just people are actually taking advantage of these loopholes way more now than ever before, but they've been there. You know, and they're sitting on a lot of money, and this is what I want people to understand: how much would how long will a token sniffer be relevant? You know what I mean? When you have guys like this that are coming out with new ways of attacking these problems.
There's been tokens that I've seen on Token Sniffer that actually end up doing pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? But they got a shitty rating on there. You know what I mean?
Well,
So it's very hard to and unless you have something like this, then it's going to be very, very difficult to mitigate which you know what I'm saying, which one
right. And you know, the contract, so per se, is just one of, you know, the things that you should do as an investor. The second thing is that any, you know, program that goes through it, just with new technology coming through every single day, is, you know, it could say, hey, it's 100% a scam, but it's really not, right? Because there's new technology, new coding. You know, these coders are geniuses, and they're figuring out new ways.
Did we find out? We found out that some of these guys are elite.
Yeah. So, you know, while I wouldn't say don't use Token Sniffer or things like that, it takes 3 seconds. Use it. 3 seconds is not going to ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. So you should use it, but that should not be the only thing you use. You know, you should have, and which we will have, is someone manually going through it.
Right.
Someone needs to manually go through it, and someone who understands code to say, okay, you know, this code right here makes no sense. Like, why is this doesn't benefit anyone? Why is this here? This seems like it could be an issue. And, you know, again, it could not be an issue, right? But that's not for us to decide. Of if it is a scam in that line of code. All we're doing with, you know, that partner, so per se, is this is a red flag. If you know, it's all a risk. If your risk level is high enough because you're balling, then it's not an issue. But if you're on your last $1,000 of crypto, you know, money, maybe this isn't the project for you because there's too many red flags, or there's only a couple red flags, so it's okay. Right.
Nothing too detrimental. So it's like, so you guys got it like a risk, what do you call it? Like a risk scale, like a risk scale.
And you know what, man? Like, man, listen, Trevor, you said something else. I have to get on it too, man. Like, everybody's risk level is not the same, right?
Correct.
A rug pull to me may not be a rug pull to you. A rug pull to you may not be a rug pull to me. Let me tell you something like this about a rug pull project.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I gotta break it down. And this is hold
on. Let me bring Bird in right for this one. Now we are now going to the chronicles of the rug puller.
You better hurry up before I forget what I'm about to say.
Y'all about to learn something right now.
Get him, Bert. No, it ain't nothing new. It's just that
it was new as hell to me.
Yeah, you either been paying attention or you have not. Okay, let's put it this way. See, this is why I always tell people and why you should not listen to anybody on Twitter, anybody on the internet telling you, hey man, this is a rug pull. Oh man, this is that. Ask for the information. Where did you find that out? What facts do you have to back up your statement? Always ask that. Do not buy or sell on the basis of what somebody just said. I'm gonna tell you this right now. A rug pull project gonna come out today. Rug pull project come out today, and I see it. I'm aping in. You know, I got $5,000 sitting around. Rug pull don't happen now. If it's a honeypot type of project where you get in, you can't take your money out. That's okay. That's a different story. But we're talking about a project that comes out and they aiming to rug pull you in the next day, 2 days, 3 days, or maybe a week if you're lucky, right? So now I got money to put in. You think for me, if I put in that $5,000 and I get out in an hour during the hype, and then you put in your $100 and you trying to make it into $5,000, who you think gonna go get rug pull first? I'm getting out with a profit.
Hold on. Watch this. Hold on. First of all, let me introduce my guy. Right. What up, Mr. Kyle?
Oh, Kyle's in the building. What's
Kyle's in
going
the
on,
building.
Kyle?
What's going on? How are you guys?
What's up, man? Hey, check
I
this
was,
out, right?
I was watching for
Kyle,
a bit.
damn, I didn't know Kyle was here.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
I just came. I just joined, man.
What's
Kyle
up,
just
man?
Hey, check this out, right? So watch this. Real talk, Trevor. So one day, I tell this story all the time because it's still baffling me. I can't even believe I experienced this shit. So I called Bert one morning. Had to be like,
Oh, you gonna tell that story?
yeah.
But I guess it'll help people understand.
Yo, you gotta understand how
bit.
dope this man is, right? So I called Bert. I'm like, yo. Now, not normally, I know he got a family, so I can't call him like I call the rest of the homies. Like, yo, wake the hell up. No, this is the only time I made an exception and called Bert before 9 a.m. I said, bruh. I said, Suzuki rugged. This is what Bert said. Suzuki? I said, yeah, man, Suzuki. He said, I said, but it's weird because I'm looking at Dex tools and I'm still seeing buys and sells. I'm like, what the hell going on? So he says, oh, okay. He said, I'll call you back. I was like, I said, okay, calls me back. He said, I'm about to buy some. Nigga, what? You about to what?
Baby.
What? He goes in there. He said he goes in there, buys a shitload of Suzuki. It keeps going up because people are doing the same thing, and then he sells and makes a profit. Give it up for Bert. That's why we say. Can't rug pull the rug puller.
Yes, sir. But but this is not. And listen, I don't take no. There's no bragging right on this, man.
No, man. Dude, no.
The idea is you have to understand every move you're making, why you're making it, right? If you're gonna take a risk, you have to know why. You have to have a certain understanding in the market, how in crypto, not just may not understand the contract and this and that. Listen, man, the thing was I bought in the Suzuki a day prior.
We both did.
I put in $2,000, and then you called me that next day, and then they wrote.
Talk about God's timing too, man, because that was crazy. Like, I wasn't even supposed to call you that early.
Yeah, so it's crazy what's going on in crypto, man, and it's crazy how people would just listen to strangers about not buying or to sell. People you don't even know. I don't care if they have their own picture. 99% of the time, they have a cartoon up there, and your own family member act like they don't care about you. So you mean to tell me somebody on Twitter with a cartoon care about your investment?
Yeah.
My first question of mine is, though, why are you telling me what you telling me? I know you don't care, right? So, but for you to have that mindset, you have to really do your homework, study. You got to treat this thing like a job. And this is how I've been able to make money in crypto. I treat it like a job. And I made a lot of mistakes in the game. But the more mistake I make, the more I learn. The more mistake I make, the more I learn. So I'm able to make some money as I'm losing some money as well. So I make more than I'm losing. You're going to lose some. But if every time you lose, you cry, guess what? You're not ready to play the game.
It's safe for you. Hey, but you know what? Honestly, we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a nice little easier. It's gonna be a lot easier in the space now with something like Shield. You know what I mean?
I love what Shield is doing, man. It is needed. It is something different.
It's a good question. Let me see. Where did I see that? Okay, so this is from Alex Floodfighter. As one of the leading personalities in the crypto space, will Trevor be the main lead of the token?
Correct.
That is
you
correct.
Better get used to this pretty face because it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, and that good head of hair, boy. Jazz got some competition, boy. Man,
Jazz hair's got me beat though.
Yo, Jazz just got more product. That's all. That's all that.
Hopefully, he's still not watching.
Jazz better be watching. You better put that bonnet on, man. Keep that moisture in there. Let's see. James Mark said, "What's up, Bert?" Rise up, said, "Fashionably late." Let's see. Bert still. Digital Anarchy said, "What's up, Bert?"
Oh yeah, wait. Everybody, it's still Is today or was it yesterday? Bert's
That was what's today?
Yesterday.
Today's 26th. That was yesterday.
Yeah, man. Give
Happy
it up for
birthday,
birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Boom, there you go.
All right. Now, Bert's still
Yeah.
buzzing from his birthday cake. Hey,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
didn't
what.
even have no cake, but I had a lot of gifts from the
Man,
wife though.
man, as I get
A
older,
lot
I
of
started.
gifts.
I hate. Hey, that's what's up. I hate cake.
I can't deal with all the
Let's
sweets.
see. Excellent reading tweets, listening here. Let's see who else. Shinja Queen. I don't know who that is, but shout out to her. Shout out
Yeah,
to
she in
Shinja
the
Queen.
building.
Let's see. Esteban said DM for my rewards. Yeah, Esteban. Yeah, but we're gonna have to talk about these rewards, Holmes, because I don't know. Let's see. Put the token website in the description. All right. So, you guys have a URL yet?
Say that again.
You guys have a website?
We do right now. It's just a countdown.
Okay.
It was actually going to be a countdown to this.
Okay.
But we actually ended up doing it earlier because I know we were talking about doing it on the weekend. So it's actually going towards Sunday.
Tell me the website. I'll go ahead and put it up.
Yeah, so it's shieldtoken.io.
Okay. Shieldtoken.io. I'll put that up after the comments. Let's see. Let's see. You gonna learn today. Hey, Trevor from Safari and Zion.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
And Fred Beers, man. Gotta love Fred, man. Fred,
Yeah,
Fred,
Man.
Fred is everywhere. Fred is like the David Ruffin of crypto.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
yeah, you never know where you gonna find. He like Bobby Brown of the token space.
Yeah.
You know one the thing about crypto, man, like we went through a rough 2020, 2021, 2019, 3 years
Yeah.
since this whole COVID situation. And sometimes people don't know how good they have it, man. Like you don't sit back and think. And a lot of us probably wouldn't even survive this last 3 years.
Oh yeah.
And then we did. And then life-threatening situation, life-threatening error, right? And then I see people coming back, and this is what you want to do with the time that you was given. Bashing other people, bashing the process of, the future, crypto, instead of trying to be. Then this is why I always point my finger into people. I say, "What are you doing?" What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like it's easy to come out here and bash theirs and bash the YouTuber and somebody tweets something and you bash them. And I'm like, listen, besides bashing, what role are you playing into this legacy that is being put forward in front of us?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's the thing.
Yeah, facts. You ain't lying. Now, Smart Money said, will there be a pre-sale? That's a good question.
Fair launch.
Fair launch, dog. Sorry, Smart Money. Ain't nothing going on over here, dog.
Sorry, bud. No, we're all for the people, transparency, and being fair. So
yeah, we're gonna.
As much as I'd love a pre-sale, we're doing a fair launch.
When you guys launch?
We're looking at mid-February. We haven't announced the exact date yet, but it's going to be.
Wow! So
we're basically ready to launch. We're just starting marketing. So that's really the only thing we got to do left. So everything else we're good to go.
Hey, Bert, check this out. Let me tell you what. Hey, you probably ain't know your boy was lit out here. So YTS, my man Trevor said he was telling somebody, yeah, we're gonna go on Darren R's show. Somebody told him, ain't that on Sundays, bruh? They know what day it is. They know what day it is. I'm popping out here these streets. I'm popping. I'm lit. I was like, yo, I'm lit, Bert. Listen, what? I said, think I'm lit. But nah,
you kept it consistent, man. You kept it consistent.
Indubitably. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me to spell it.
You're not all over the place like I am.
Man, look, Bert. I don't know how you do it, brother. But
two kids and a wife.
Yeah, 2 kids and a wife. But yo, if Bert can make it, nobody got an excuse not to do shit. Like, like 2 kids, a wife, and 8 AMAs in a day. Come on, man. Like, oh, I can't do it. Bert did it. That's all I'm saying. Bert did it. That's
Yeah,
it.
it takes. Let me tell you something. It takes a lot of motivation. Okay, it
Yeah,
takes a lot of motivation to be in crypto. Period.
yeah.
But to actually be active in the space and to keep a sane mind. You know.
Yo, Fred is crazy. Yo, Fred is crazy. Fred is crazy. Shinja Queen, can you give Jacob a hug? I think he needs a smile today. Jacob, Jacob, man, what's wrong,
There's
brother?
a smile.
There we go. There we go. Jacob got a little girl. Okay, okay. I see.
Oh,
I see, Jacob. Okay, Jacob.
There he is. I can't stop smiling, bro.
Hey, man.
I'll share something with you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm just coding here in the background, so apologies.
No,
Jacob,
we're just
Jacob's
doing
out here.
it, man.
Yeah, Jacob's over there chilling, man. He's over there looking at his wallet like, yeah, it's about to get
That
real.
man said he's coding. He's working.
Oh man. And you brought him on the why you
doing,
disturbing him from his work, man?
He's doing
Hey, Jacob, you got to show your face, bud. I know you hate the camera.
He's
You're
doing
a little
2
shy.
jobs.
Get that pretty face on this camera.
He's here. He's working. 2 jobs.
Salon Khan said, "Way to go, Trevor."
This
And yes.
So the
So
full
Jermaine-
spectrum report is Jacob's favorite part too.
Oh, okay.
This is where we really get into the nitty gritty, right?
Hit me.
So again, it's going to be comprised of 2 different reports: the token reports, the risk mitigation reports. You know, this left side right here just again goes over our what's the word? Our goal to again decrease the amount of time it takes to make a informed investment decision.
Right.
And so, you know, the token report on the right side here. So this part is going to be everything you need to know about the token itself, right? This is going to be compiled from the dev team of that token. So again, you know, there's some examples here of like, you know, token name, launch date, tokenomics, utility, goals, white paper, their social medias, their website. You know, you all can read, you can see it.
Right.
So again, this is the token report is 100%. This is what the token is. This is their goals. This is what they're doing. This is when they launch. If they already have launched, then, you know, this is, you know, this was their launch date. And then the risk mitigation report is kind of where we stand out. You know, there's other projects who, you know, try to compile all that token information. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there's not, right? But the risk mitigation report and what we call the shield protocol is where we stand out, and we basically give the investor the, you know, safety part of, you know, the full spectrum report.
Gotcha.
So part of Shield's protocol and the risk mitigation report is it's going to be comprised of 4 different sections that each token, there's no, what's the word? There's no excuses, or, you know, you can't not do one of these sections. So the 4 is the contract audit. There's the identity verification, KYC, doxing, whatever you want to call it, wallet screening, and token distribution, right? So all 4 of these will be done by an individual already, you know, launched reputable security project that we've partnered with. Okay. Shield is not doing any of this. We are basically, we have a comprehensive form that we give to the token to get all the information from them, and then we send the pieces that's necessary to each security partner, right? So the contract auditor will get the contract code, where to find it if it's already, you know, deployed on Etherscan, and they will only talk about the contract. Same with identity verification. You have to do a third-party KYC, right? If you don't want to dox to the community, I don't think that's the best idea, but that's up to you, right? That's your decision. but you will be doing an ID verification with, with that identity verification partner.
Okay.
And the wallet screening, kind of speaks for itself in the sense that we will be getting the devs' wallets. They will be giving us their wallet addresses, and we will be giving it to that security project for them to go through it and mark any red flags that there are. And then token distribution is kind of what you guys are aware of what Mike does.
Right.
For those who are not, it's basically reporting on the distribution of tokens within the holders, right? So you can tell as an investor, before you invest into a coin, you want to see, okay, well, where is the majority of the coin held? Is it by 5 whales, or is it by 10,000 small investors, right? That's huge to know as an investor and to keep track of. And a lot of things too is you can find a lot of sketchy things that go on. If all of a sudden it went from 5 whales to 10 whales, but no one bought that big, okay, well, they're airdropping tokens. There's something sketchy going on. So token distribution will be a continuous thing that will be reported. I believe, in the beginning, it's probably going to be daily, but once we bring on more tokens, it's probably the least amount of time it will be is at least bi-weekly. So I don't want to sit here and promise that it's going to be done every single day when there's a lot of tokens, because that's, there's formulas and all this stuff that goes on. But the token distribution will be done continuously, right? And so all 4 of these things, like I said, is going to be done by an individual security partner that specializes in this. They have a track record, right? I'm not sitting here telling you I'm going to, do a contract audit. If I did, you shouldn't listen to me for a second. I have no track record. I have no right. doing that. So, we're not building a team of newbies to do that. We're building a partnership. We're building a unification of all the projects who are already known for doing those things. And then we're basically getting the information that they need to do their processes and giving it to them so that they don't have to go and look for it, or devs don't have to talk to 4 different projects. And then they'll do what they do and they'll report on it. Okay. And the big thing to know is these 3 things, right? First, these projects are not working as a group. So when I say that and we're unified, right, it's a unified process. The contract auditor, the wallet screener, and the doxer, the identity verification person, we're not all coming together and looking at all the information and making a decision. What you're good at, you do, and that's it, right? Okay. It doesn't have to agree with everyone else. If you're a contract auditor and you say, hey, there's way too many red flags, there's 100 red flags, and then the wallet screener says, oh no, this is legit, and ID verification person says, oh no, this guy's legit, right? Mm-hmm. Shield is still going to take those individual reports and put it up on our database, and the other projects won't know what the other the other people in our partnership
right
until it's all posted, so that one, there's no biases in the sense that oh well, this person,
it's a fair checks and balances.
Exactly.
Got you. Okay.
Everybody is individual. If one person says one thing and another person says another thing, this leads me to my second point is, as a group, they don't have to agree. We're not looking for an agreement. We're not looking for, Shield to say, oh, well, there's a lot of red flags. We say this as a collective, right? What our project or what our security partners say is what they say. And that's completely individual, or completely individual and separate from everybody else, right? And then the third thing is Shield is not going to be changing, censoring, agreeing, disagreeing, vetting, any of this, right? All we are doing, again, is we have a process of, here's a token, here's a form, token fills out the form. We give all the information that security project needs. They do their report. We compile that information with the token report as well from the devs, and we put that up for the investors to make a decision. You will not see anybody on our team in our partnership saying this is a good token, this is a bad token. We're not scoring them. We're not giving them like a gold star or anything like that.
I mean, somewhat with the risk mitigation report, you kind of just saying what the level of severity is. I mean, so it's kind of a grading, but it's kind of not. I get what you're doing.
So basically, this is what he's saying. If I'm analyzing this correctly, I'm gonna go to Rise Up, look in the contract. Rise Up, give me all the data you can get of this contract. I'm gonna go to this KYC website, company, and you're gonna give me all the information that you could get from this project, from these devs. Get all the data, right? I'm gonna go to this, get all the data, and then in my port, what she'll gonna do is bring all this data together and compile it into one big profile for this project. So now, if you want to go to Rise Up and get data about contract, you're welcome to do so. If you want to go to this KYC website, you want to get the information, the data based on what they do, you can welcome. But if you want a collective data that has everything included, keep you in one space, then you come to Shield. Am I right, Trevor?
Yeah, that's basically it. And to go off what Darren was saying is basically, we're not saying yes or no. We're pointing out red flags. As an investor, there's always risk, and your risk assessment is different than, or your risk level that you're okay with is different than everybody else's. Mine's might be higher or lower than yours, and yours is going to be different than Bert's, right? So all we're trying to do is say, here's red flags, here's not red flags. You make the decision. That's it. And it sounds simple, and it really is. To be completely honest with you, and that's the idea. Is how simple it is, but it hasn't been done yet, right? There's like I keep saying, there's no unification. There's no one process. And correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, there is no better way for a token to prove their legitimacy besides going through each of these with third parties who have a track record, right? And then it being posted, not censored, the devs not saying, hey, this is what so-and-so said, it's coming straight from the horse's mouth, and it's being posted where they cannot touch it, they cannot change it, they cannot edit it, right? And, you don't have to go and do all these things. You can easily compare and contrast red flags, because there's always going to be red flags, right? That's just how life is, right? In the crypto space, there's going to be a red flag. There's no 100% good token, right? That everyone thinks is, oh, this is for sure not a red flag. But, if the dev says something and the Telegram is, we got this third party audit or whatever it is, and we got this one, you got to go back and forth and go look all over the place, but you can't easily compare and contrast them right in front of you within minutes.
Yeah. It's a one-stop shop, like somebody just said here. Basically, Shield be Google or crypto providing transparent data.
Yeah. We keep saying it's like the wiki in the sense, right?
There you go.
We're compiling information, and we're pushing it all into this one platform where you can easily, within minutes, go from A to Z of I don't know any tokens. I'm my ETH is ready, or my BNB is ready, whatever it is, to it's now in my wallet. So we will be incorporating a swap as well. So you actually never need to leave Shield's website to basically say, I know nothing about crypto kickback token. Now I know everything about it, and I've made a decision. Now I'm ready to swap it. Okay, I've swapped it. It's in my wallet. Now I can click out of the website.
Now we call that shit. We're gonna call it We're gonna call it the kickback coin. There you go. All right. Well, hey, I'm
Darren Inu.
Man, stop. That shit wasn't even close to funny, but hey, I'll give you that. I give you that. All right, thank you.
Well level, Darren.
joke
When
sucks, Bert.
Lambo.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I honestly I think you guys got something very special here. Somebody said Shield is the Better Business Bureau of crypto. Damn. Hey, that'll work. Oh, and you're right. Exactly. One Lambo, Bert. There you go. That was just for you. Just for you. Talk about
Yeah.
time.
So we're building this in the sense to start this movement that's already started, and the movement is basically this, right? Is you join a crypto telegram, and your people's first question is is there a CerTic audit, right? Is there, are they doxxed, right? All these things are individual little questions that you ask, instead of have you gone through this one process, right? Have you gone through this crazy long process that in all honesty, this is probably going to scare away scam tokens. Why? Because you got to get a contract audit. You got to give someone your ID, right? Someone's going to check your wallet. Someone's going to continually watch the token distribution. So,
yeah, I get it.
It's this long process where we're trying to start this movement that all this due diligence should be done and posted for easy access before you invest. So tokens, what I'm hoping is tokens will then basically have to prove their legitimacy through this process, through the Shields protocol, right? Because as a community, we need to finally put our foot down and stop just saying, "Oh, can I see your face?" Okay, that's good enough, because we're going to keep getting scammed. We're going to get slow rugged every single day. It's happening right now as we speak, right? And basically say, you need to do this as a token because I don't trust anyone. It's not you, right? People aren't going to trust me. I didn't do anything to them, but I'm okay with that because I understand there's no trust with token devs in this space. It's nothing I did,
right?
But that's the reality of the situation, and it's up to me.
That's just the game we playing, yeah.
And it's up to me as a dev to basically prove my legitimacy, right? And until, as a community, we finally, take these little movements that are happening, right? Have you applied for a CerTic audit? Okay, you've applied. Okay, launch, right? The audit's not done. Like,
hey, me and Bert was actually just talking about this like a week ago, saying like, dude, if tokens came out with their use case, like at the same time of launch, man, this shit would go so much smoother.
But this is where we're going. This is the future of crypto. You could believe it, you could disagree, but this is where it's gonna go. After, see, we're going through this era right now, like Shield is this era of Shield, this era of Rise Up, this era, right? But once this era is over, once we have full security, we don't have to worry too much about rug pull. There's always going to be some type of rug pull, but at the level it is right now, it's not going to be like that anymore. So once these projects have done their job, what do you think is coming? Like, yo, I'm not putting my money into a white paper and a well put together website anymore. And this is where people is gonna start realizing, like, I'm already there, but I don't have a choice.
And this is what I say to people who are like, well, some people don't need contract audits, or some people don't need.
Man, miss me with they can miss me with that now. Yeah.
Right, but some people don't need that. That's the truth. And I'm not worried about those people, right? And I'm not worried about them coming on Shield's database. You know why? Because they'll be here. Once they've lost enough money and they've been rugged enough times, they're gonna make sure that these things are done.
To be honest with you, Trevor, everybody needs it.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Crypto should go through the same phase, through the same process as any business in the United States have to go through. Okay.
Right, but what I'm saying is, when I say need, is for them to invest. Everyone needs.
No, exactly. I agree with you. But the thing is, and as far as looking at a project to see, well, as an investor, is it legitimate? You could invest into mom and pops, token, whatever, Inu, whatever you want. You could skip if they skip the process, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, like, you guys are coming out here and doing what you're supposed to do and coming out with a project where everything is vetted on every single phases and making partnership with all these different security type projects and bringing all the data together. Yeah, that is important. And you as an investor, if you choose to skip that and feeling that, listen, that's not necessary, that's on you, that's your money. But at the end of the day, like tokens that are serious, yeah, you have to follow that process to prove to the community.
Yeah,
that
you guys,
serious.
you guys are gonna end up being the gold standard at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because
and sorry to cut you off, but to what Bert just said is like, some people are like, that's my money to invest. I technically don't need that, right?
right,
They will.
they will.
I promise you. Why? Because they're gonna keep losing their money.
They're gonna
There's
keep getting
no
wrecked. Yep.
doubt in my mind that they're gonna stop losing money. For people that don't want people that are doxxed, right? Or I don't need you to dox. I don't need your wallet to be screened, right? I don't need your contract to be audited. They might make a little bit of money, but they're gonna overall lose money. You might as well go to Vegas and play blackjack and lose all your money like I did. Because you're not going to know how to stop, just like me in Vegas, and lose all your money.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You're going to win. I'm not going to tell you you're not going to win some. But overall, you're going to lose.
You're going to lose.
And then you're going to come here and you're going to say, Trevor, you were right. Trevor, you were right. And you're going to be crying you lost your money. And I'm going to have open arms. I'm going to say, well, welcome home. Right? Welcome home. I'm sorry it took you this long to learn. It is a learning curve, right? And over time, they will see it. And they will see once all these tokens are on Shield's database, how much not potential, but how little risk there is involved, or how you can basically read the risk right away and make a decision. The people who will be going to our database, they will basically, their winning percentage is going to be a lot more than the people who are like, oh, I don't care about contract audits, I don't care about doxing, I don't care about wallet screening, token distribution, doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, slap
their winning percentage is going to be minuscule.
They need to be slapped. Now Esteban has a question and said, do the partners have to buy Shield token to list on Shield?
If you mean partners by security partners, no. Security partners, they're their own entity. I don't want money from them at all. If they want to invest, by all means. I'm not going to tell you no. But we do have incentives in place for these security projects. Exposure is one of them. In due time, we do plan on charging tokens a fee to go through this huge process, right? You got to pay for a CERTIC audit. It's $20,000, and that's just a contract audit. So
that's not even the use case audit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just
20,000.
Yeah,
that's just a contract.
I need to.
Well, that's why so many tokens, they do the CERTIC audit after they launch, because they're not liquid enough to do it. Yeah, which at that point it's almost
that's why broke people don't come out with a token.
Yeah. Which is why you will never see Darren Inu.
You can't come out with a use case. You can't even afford to come out with a CERTIC audit. You can't, but yet you asking me out here. You got your hand out asking me for my money to invest into your white paper. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, and so this is in a sense is trying to make a more cost efficient, legitimacy or proof of legitimacy process that's again cheaper, that projects can do it before they launch. They're more than welcome to do it after they launch. This is not like you have to do it before you launch or whatever. You can still do a slow rug pull. You can still do all these different things. This is for any token that's ready to prove their legitimacy to the crypto community. And so again, we are trying to make that more cost efficient, because we do also understand that some tokens can't afford like a CERTIC audit or something at $20,000 right off the bat, right?
Yeah.
But the good news with this is, this one price, and that money does go to the partners. I'm not making money on that, right? That goes to the partners for doing what they do, is that it's so much cheaper and it'll get done. So that when your community is saying, please, like, prove your legitimacy, we have adopted this new protocol and we're putting our foot down, tokens can actually afford to do that, because that's the other thing we don't want, is the tokens to, be 100% legitimate, but they can't prove it because it's too expensive.
Got you.
I got a feeling I'll be working with Shield somewhere along in the early future. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Bert? Hey, Bert, why do you think you here?
I got some. Yeah, I got something I got something that really correlates with you guys' idea, but on a different category of.
We got Shield and Mr. Bird, and they're gonna work together. All right, see,
man, just stick to hosting, bro.
Hold on, you don't like my auto tune? You don't like my auto tune.
You ain't no T-Pain.
And so, like, another thing too is, we're big on is utility with the token, right? We want there to be a reason to hold the token, a reason to buy the token. And so there are a couple different things that we are implementing to persuade people to hold, besides, just making money. One of those is, we're going to have two different versions of the site, in the sense that there's a free version for people to see, right? And then there's a version where you have to hold a certain amount of the token to view it. Okay. And the reason behind that, right? And I know I'm going to get questions. Oh, well, you guys want money for it, yada, yada, yada. No, right? What the reason for that is, there needs to be a utility for the token so that people hold it and make money for it. So if Jacob buys the token, or whoever, Bert buys the token, right? Before this website goes up, why are people going to continue to buy the token, and why should Bert hold, right? Is, for you to use all of this information and to get access to this database, and decrease the amount of time it takes for you to do your due diligence and your research, right? Is you do have to purchase a percent or a holdings, right? A certain token number or dollar value or whatever it is, right? Of the token.
Right.
And so, that's one reason to hold. And then you can also, the other thought process behind that is, people are going to sell, right? It's crypto. People want to take profits. But the hope is, instead of selling your whole bag, right, is you'll only sell enough to where you still have.
You still got to have a token in order to utilize the services. Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
Oh, so, hold on. See, Bert, look what you done started, bro. Hold on, Trevor. Look.
When
I didn't say nothing. What did I say? Darren Inu?
There will be no Darren Inu.
Somebody read my mind. I thought about it. I didn't say it. I didn't hear me say nothing.
And then the second reason to hold and thing that we're implementing for our token investors as well, which we'll go more in depth later on, is we're going to have a sales tax that decreases the longer you hold it. Right. So it starts at a certain figure, and we'll go over percentages on our white paper at a different time. But the longer you hold it, the less sales tax you're going to cash out. So that's just another feature of our tokenomics and, of our product that kind of gives utility or a reason to hold the token, where it's not just buy the token and when the database is out, is the token's obsolete. Right. That's the last thing we want.
Got you. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Man, you know how many times I hear that on Twitter? That don't even sound right.
Why? Because of my vocals? My vocals making
Everything
that sound right.
Bert doesn't rhyme with Inu.
Wow.
Hey, no. But we did forget.
Yes.
We got City Girl Inu.
There you go. That's good. Ain't nobody gonna buy no Bert Inu. Look, you think I got time to sit out here on Telegram and answering questions about
and also do it?
Hey, I respect devs. I respect you guys who be able to put up with this nonsense because I go off on them quick. I
Yeah,
go,
fact,
boy, I'm tired. I
fact.
can't do it. I be going off on Twitter. Like, what I look like, your daddy? I
What he
don't
say?
deal with this nonsense, man. People be out here trying to get famous.
Bert, I'm not your daddy. Do
I
your
don't got
own
time for these
research.
crybabies,
Do your
man.
own
Like,
research.
I ain't never know the world has so many crybabies, so many simple-minded folks ever since I got
Bert, do you
in
not
crypto.
walk
It was
around?
more
Do
like
you not?
I
Do you
was
not walk
living in
around
my
Earth?
own world until I got into crypto and started doing YouTube,
Bert,
man. I thought people thought like me.
do you not walk around Earth?
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't. Actually, I be floating around this junk, man, like nigga dodging people. Like I don't see y'all. And
Hey,
then
Bert be
now they
floating.
got everybody
Hey,
got access to me. I'm starting to feel people's vibe and listen to the
this,
word
this
that
is
they
what happens
saying.
when you do 18 AMAs in a day.
Yeah, it's just like, listen, history tells you everything. If you don't
Man,
know what you getting yourself into, if you have some type of doubt, go back into history and read the history
yep.
of everything in history,
Mhm.
finance and technology,
Hey, you know what?
business, Wall
I'm,
Street.
I'm glad you said that because honestly, man, just getting into crypto alone makes me revisit everything I learned in economics class, and it's all coming to fruition. Every last bit of it.
It's like, you know how some people be doing it. It's like you watch a movie, right? You hate the movie, but you go after the channel instead of going after the production
Yeah.
of the movie. It's like you come after the YouTuber, but you completely ignore the fact that the project, go after the project, not the YouTuber. It's a lot of these things that don't make sense about people. Like we went to school. We claim to be educated. But then this is why I always say there's a lot of educated dumb people walking around this planet because of the fact that
Well,
yeah, just because you're educated
yeah,
don't mean that you
book
have
smart
any.
don't mean street smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
Book smart
that
doesn't
street
equate to
smarts
common
goes
sense.
a long
It
way.
goes a long way. A long
Well,
way.
here's the thing too. A lot of these YouTubers, and you guys do the exact opposite. As a lot of these YouTubers, they find the facts and then they make a decision based on their investment strategy. They find the red flags or whatever it is, but they don't teach their investors, right? They don't lead them to the security projects that they found the facts from.
Yeah.
So basically, they're making a decision based on their own investment strategies, and then the investors who are listening to these influencers are just following along with them. And I promise you, every single influencer in here, their investment strategy is different than the person watching it, right? And so we need to, as a community, is push, the facts, the things that these influencers found, and then push them to where it's housed, allow them to make
Hold on one second, Trevor. Bert, where you at? Bert, where you at the mall?
Why?
It's loud. Where you at?
This is my wife, man. She
Oh,
on the
I was
phone.
like-
She doing that on purpose because she want me to get off the live.
Okay, go ahead.
She know darn well I'm on the. She's sitting out here. I'm just looking at her on the phone, act like I'm invisible.
Bert at the night. Bert at the bar. Bert at the sports bar.
Oh, can you? My mic was muted. No, I'm just saying, it's my wife, man. She knows I'm on live right now. She looking at me like,
oh, it's it, man. Hey, don't have her mad at me.
nah, we good.
Sorry,
We good.
Mrs.
We
Bert.
vibe the same way. That's why she don't even gotta tell you nothing. I get it.
Sorry, Mr. Bert. Nah, man. Yeah, you right, Trevor. You 110% right, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I look at it like this. This is a good project, and now that you guys know that Bert has some something to input as well.
No,
Hey,
I love the project, man. Personally, I love the project because it's not like your regular type of copycat, right?
yeah, you're right, Trevor. We
That's what
don't.
I like.
And another thing, Trevor, you right on. We don't. We're a little different from the rest of these cookie cutter YouTubers, man. We do things a lot different.
And when it comes to investment, if I were to give anybody, if I were to communicate with anybody the way that I invest my money into crypto, I wouldn't survive in this game. I wouldn't, because
Nah.
I'm a risk taker. Like if I tell people how I invest my money into crypto, I would not advise it. I would not speak on it. And occasionally, I'll probably tell you I bought into this project. And once you understand the game, okay, I buy in. When do you get out? When do you get out is just as important as when you get in.
Yep.
So how can I give you any type of financial advice if I can't tell you when to get out?
Right.
It's just you cannot be that type of YouTuber, and I don't aim to be that. This is why we host AMAs, because now that allows you to get a good vibe of the devs, not only know about the project, but you get to know the person that's behind these
You can
projects.
make your own sound
So you
decision.
can make your own decision, because I know I can't tell you the truth on this space the way I want to. Because if I tell you guys the truth, y'all would just leave crypto. Y'all would never come. Bump that. You go back to buying scratch off at the gas station. That's how serious it is, man. There's some things that I be biting my tongue not to tell you guys, because I know it's good for you.
It's a dirty game, boy. It's
dirty.
Dude. Hey, Bert, you know what I'm talking about. We found out just how dirty it is the other day.
Yeah, it's dirty, man. That's why it's important.
And so the other thing too that's different about our project, like you mentioned, right, is we're not just a project. We're creating an LLC, and we're going to be partnering with LLCs. We're not just some random project that's just doing their own thing and not doing it correctly. We're going to be a company that's partnering with other companies.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of these realistic projects out here that are actually doing things that are starting to create companies. And a lot of our partners won't partner up with anybody that's not an LLC. That's not the reason we are, but we were planning to do it anyways. But that's the mindset that we're looking for in our partners. It's not just some random project that's no one's heard of, whatever. These are legitimate companies who are licensed and filed, and we will be too.
Yeah.
Even before we launch our database and all that stuff, we're looking to be a legitimate project, a legitimate company that's starting the wave of security in the crypto space. And the other thing too that I want to mention with the safety of our launch, besides us filing to be an LLC, is we're going to be going through our own process, right? So our contract's going to be audited by two different people, who are well-known devs. They're going to be our partners, or one of them's going to be our partners. The other is just a friend of mine. And then, with the identity verification, I'm obviously doxxed in a sense, right? You guys have my ID, just so everybody's aware. Darren's got my ID.
He sent me his ID, bro.
No.
I'm like, look, I'm not here to go anywhere. I have no problem doxing. I'm like, here's my ID, just so you're aware. Jacob's got my idea. Or my ID. I've got his ID. We're going to be going through the identity verification through a KYC, a third-party docs, right? We're going to have our wallet screened, right? And then we're going to have the token distribution after we've launched, kept up with and reported on constantly and continuously. So, to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, I have yet to see a project launch that has done all those things before. That's been audited by two different people, right? And what they say is what they say. I'm not changing shit. They're more than welcome to say if they want to say I'm a scam, by all means, they can say it. I'd love to prove them wrong. But, I don't think that's going to happen regardless, right? That they're going to say that. But, I'm not changing what they're saying, right? KYC, people dox, people do, different things. But a lot don't do a third party where someone else has your IDs, right? Showing my face is not enough. Someone needs to have my ID, my full name, my address, so that if something happens, that can be released, right?
Right.
Nobody's got their wallet screened by a reputable project who screens wallets, right? To basically go through my wallets, find any shady stuff if there is any. All they're really going to find is a bunch of rug dust tokens, sadly. And then the token distribution speaks for itself. There's few projects that continuously do that now. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. but no project to my knowledge has gone through a comprehensive report like that, posted it, and all this was done by different projects.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, Daphne said, "Hey, love these AMA. Yeah, man, this is what the hell we do. This is what we do. Excited for you guys. Your crypto through good relationships. Proud to be a part of this. Hey, you and me both, man.
It's crypto entertainment.
Yeah, indeed, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Okay. Now, Bert.
No.
No. That man wife is sitting next to her.
She right. She right there. No, she just went to the room.
You gonna get birthed. You better leave her alone.
No, man, I run this junk. Respectively.
Yeah.
I could school y'all on this relationship thing too. It ain't about crypto. That's for another channel.
I'm waiting for that channel. I'm waiting for that channel.
We started. It's on my wife's channel, man. We posted that the first
I'm all in. I got the stats ready.
We did our first video on that topic the other day.
I got the stats ready.
There's too many relationship issues going on these days. I might come out with a crypto for relationship.
There you go. Hey, you know what it's called? You know what it's called? Alimony token.
I love that name though. Love that name.
Alimony token. There you go. That's it, man. Hey, but you know what, gentlemen? I don't think there's any more questions. Let's see.
Jacob, you got anything you want to say?
My NFT is gonna be a heart.
Jacob's dying. Jacob's got COVID, so that's half the reason he's.
Oh damn, man!
Yeah, I'm kind of dead right now.
Hey, you know my NFT is gonna be a prenup. There you go. Let's see, Daphne. You crazy. Let's see,
Trevor, we're gonna need your mother's maiden name, first call, dog name, and favorite 4-digit pen to file away.
Hey, there you go, man. There you go. AMA should be fun. No fun. People need to laugh. What? This shit ain't funny. Hey, but you know what? Hey, I appreciate you fellas coming on, man. You guys are welcome back anytime. And matter of fact, we got some other shit we working on, Trevor. So you already know what time it is. We're gonna get it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna link you two. Hold on, this direction. You two. I'm gonna link you two together. Yeah. Yeah. You guys.
we already linked, man. I'm here.
There you go. I'm gonna link everybody up. And we in the building, man. Let's make this crypto space a great space to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate your guys' time, like always, and I look forward to the next one.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shield.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace out, y'all. Peace, love, and crypto. Holla back.
Peace.
Boom.